welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a blush, highlighter, and bronzer collection video. The palette collection was very well received, so a couple people asked me to do some more collection videos, so that's what I'm going to do. Just before we get into that, I would like to remind everyone to please enter my giveaway for the Nikki Tutorials and Too Faced collab for the Power of Makeup kit. So this is the new one, and this guy is mine. This is what it looks like. It also comes with a eyeliner pen, a purple mascara, and a few other goodies. So just click the link over here and we will get you entered for that. Very quick and easy, no big deal. Okay, so jumping right into the video, we're gonna start with my highlighters and my bigger blushes. The organizer is from CCosmeticchaos, so it is one piece. These are, see, Sunny? These are a little bit expensive, these organizers. I can't even lie, it took me a long time to actually bite the bullet and buy them, but it was actually totally worth it. The shipping to Canada was $70, which was crazy. However, it was pretty worth it if you're looking to treat yourself. So we'll just get started. So this is the e.l.f. Shimmer Palette. Not something I use a lot, and honestly I should really start to declutter some of this stuff so I don't have to have it anymore, because I don't use that. Then we have the Naked Flush. I got this for my birthday when I turned 29 from a lovely friend of mine. And then we'll go on to, we'll just start on this one side here. So this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. If I flip anything over, it's because I can't remember the name. This guy here is Definitely Defined Highlight. This is when they started changing their packaging. This one is crazy. I remember going to get my makeup done and the girl used this on me and she put so much. I almost cried. I looked so funny. This guy here is another MAC Skin Finish, and this one is in Lightscapade. This one I bought on recommendation from Lauren Curtis. It was something I bought, liked for like a month, and then didn't use again. This is from the Vibe Tribe collection. This is Dunes at Dusk. Another highlight. The print is really pretty. I don't actually like the highlight very much. I was a little bit disappointed in this one. The next three I just bought about an hour ago. This is from the Star Trek line. So this guy here is Strange New Worlds. And they even have all the packaging on them still. I love the prints in these. They're so crazy. So I am going to swatch these because they're brand new. There's that one. This next one is Highly Illogical, which is actually a hilarious name. And the last one I got is Luna Luster. There are the 3 Star Trek highlights. They are awesome. I'm pretty pleased with them. Next we have a Becca highlighter in Pearl. This one is a classic, and oh, we're not gonna have this challenge again, are we? So this is the white highlight. And then Champagne Pop. This is probably the only highlighter I have that you can see visible dented usage in. I'm not sure if it picks up on camera. It definitely does. That is some dentage. This is the Prosecco Pop, and I believe, what is it? This guy here is Champagne Pop and Pamplemousse. These are the champagne splits, and I love the packaging on these. These are so beautiful. And then this one back here, which is a little bit more challenging to get out because I have stuff in front. This is Prosecco Pop and Amaretto. Prosecco Pop is a nice highlight. It's just a little bit lighter and less crazy than Champagne Pop, but I do still really like it. Moving up through the middle, we have a Milani powder blush in Romantic Rose. The prints in these are beautiful. I use these a lot actually, and I still have the rose imprint on them. The next one is another Milani powder blush, and this is Coral Cove. Hopefully this video is not as long as the palette collection. This came in an Ipsy bag. This is actually probably one of my favorite things I ever got from Ipsy. It's a Color City Be Matte Blush, and this one is in Fresh Melon. This also has a visible dent in it. This is an Hourglass highlighter in, I believe, Dim Light. Oh, sorry, I stand corrected. This is an ambient lighting powder from Hourglass, and it is in Dim Light. We have a Balm highlighter. This is the Mary Luminizer. The pan actually fell out, and it keeps falling out. No matter how many times I stick it in here, it just falls out. So I don't use it very often anymore because I'm so afraid I'm going to break it. If you can see here, it's already starting to separate, so I should probably just give it up and repackage it somewhere else. Beside that is a Hoola bronzer sample. I take this with me when I go traveling just because it's small and I can toss it in a makeup bag. I also have one of these sitting in my gym makeup bag. This is the Smashbox Fusion Soft Lights and Baked Stardust. I used to use this all the time, and it's funny because this is one of the things I would use in high school and college when I would be like, oh, I'm just going to use my face powder, and this is what I would use. I don't know what the heck is wrong with me. It's clearly a highlighter, and I don't even know what I must have looked like when I did that. This guy here is an Afterglow highlighter, and this one is in Sin. It is really just a nice gold shade. It's the only Afterglow highlighter that really stuck out to me because it was a true gold. Hiding behind that, we have a little tiny vintage pink highlighter. This is in Crystal Pink. This could probably also pass as an eyeshadow, and to be honest with you, it's such an intense highlight, I don't even know if I'd want to use it as a highlight or if I even have. This guy here is at the back because I don't particularly like it. This is a YouTube purchase as well. This is the This is the Hard Candy Tiki Bronzer. It's not actually bronzer, it comes off as a highlight. And everybody goes crazy for it, but it really doesn't do anything for me, and it doesn't show up on the skin. The swatch is beautiful, it just doesn't show up on my face when I use it. This is a Cheek Glow Blush by NYC. I bought this when I first started getting back into makeup when I was probably like 21. It was a recommendation from Carmody, and it's in Park Avenue Plum. This is not something that I ever use, nor did I ever really use. I just went and bought a whole bunch of stuff that Carmody said was the best makeup in the world. This is another highlighter, and this is from Be a Bombshell Cosmetics, and it is in Heat Wave. Again, they call it a bronzer, but it's really not a bronzer. It's really just like a gold highlight. Not that I have any space left, but there is absolutely no color payoff. You have to really scrub at it to get anything, and it just looks like an ashy gold. I don't like it. On to the next side. This is a special edition MAC bronzer from I think it's like the Surf's Up collection, and this is in Refined Golden. This bronzer did not get a lot of love. It's really orange. I actually bought this from the Estee Lauder sale, and you couldn't really try the products. You had to just guess to see if they'd work for you. This one is a little bit much. When I'm super tan, which I am right now, I should probably bust it out and see if I can use it light-handed as a blush. This one is from the same line and the same sale. This is the Lush Light Bronze. And I actually used this a lot. The MAC print is almost gone, and there is visible panage coming through. This I should really put in like a weekly makeup basket and see if I can finish it up. This is able to be used as an actual contour shade, which is awesome. This is the L-Form bronzer. I picked this up from Winners a little while ago. I should use it more, but I don't. This is probably another thing that can go by the declutter way. And behind that we have the Nars Laguna bronzer. This is something that I got in a makeup exchange probably 2 years ago, and I have no idea why. It was something I actually asked for, but I never use it. I just feel like it's not as nice as everybody says it is. This is probably my all-time favorite bronzer. This is Bahama Mama by The Balm. As you can see, I obviously have put quite a dent in this. This took me forever to hit pan on, and then once I really started to hit pan, I stopped using it because I switched to my Shade Light palette. This here is a cheek and lip tint. This is Tints and Sass, and I have no idea who it's by. It may be by Tints and Sass. never use it. It can probably get decluttered. This here is a Tarte sample of Park Avenue Princess. This one is the shimmery one. It's like a satin bronzer. I don't particularly know what you're supposed to do with this. It's too light for me. I used to really love their Park Avenue Princess bronzer. There is a version that has a little bit of shimmer and a version that doesn't, and the version that doesn't is great. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is another bronzer that hangs out with me in my gym bag for contouring. It's pretty good. Probably won't buy the full size because with the amount of bronzers I have, I'll never need to. This is a Ofra pressed powder. It is just a translucent powder, and this came in a BoxyCharm recently. Still not totally comfortable with these white cast powders. They make me a little bit nervous. This guy here is a duo from Ulta. It is in Splendor and Bronzer. So the blush is Splendor and the bronzer is actually called Bronzer. And if you don't believe me, that's actually what it says on the back. The blush is really nice. The bronzer is a little bit orange. This here makes me super, super bitter. This is the NYX bronzer in Taupe. And let me tell you how popular this is on things like Reddit's Makeup Addiction and any kind of makeup forum, any kind of makeup artist you hear talk about this thing. It makes me so upset. This is supposed to be the best contouring shade and it makes me look dirty. I don't know what it is. It makes me look dirty. This is the NYC Sunny Bronzer in the Smooth Skin Bronzer. I really like this. I thought I wouldn't. I used it once and didn't like it, and then I used it a couple more times, and it was so great. I really, really, really like this. This was a recommendation from Emily Noel. This is one of the products that she swears by. And it's great because it's only a few dollars. This item here is a duo from Flower Beauty. That is Drew Barrymore's makeup line, which I believe might be getting discontinued. They had it in a lot of Walmarts and now it's being pulled out for, I believe, e.l.f. This is in BD4 Sun Kissed and Single. The blush is really pretty. The bronzer is a little questionable. This is an e.l.f. blush. This one is in Fuchsia Fusion. I had a friend give this to me, but there is literally visible glitter in it. It's a little bit too much for me. I can't really take it. Like, the blush is nice, but it's got visible chunks of glitter. So this drawer seems a little bit more empty, but this drawer has a smaller Sunny Cosmetics organizer in it, so the actual slots are smaller and there is more of them. But let's just get going before my camera dies. This product is a mineral blush. It is from Bella Pierre and it is in Desert Rose. I got this in a, I believe, either an Ipsy or a BoxyCharm. I think it was an Ipsy bag. I haven't put enough effort into it. Mineral products are messy and I generally fail at trying to use them. Of all of the e.l.f. products that I have, this is probably my favorite, especially for face products. This is a cream blush. If you use this with a stippling brush, it's very, very nice. It's very bouncy. As you can see, it's very pliable and not too crazy, crazy bright. There's a little bit on my hand there. Not sure if you can see it. This one here is Majorette by Benefit. This is another cream blush that I like to use with a small stipple brush and just kind of bounce it all over the cheeks. I really like this. This is something that I don't use a lot, but I actually do really like it. And when I see it, I normally grab it. The problem with this is before I got these Sunny Cosmetic organizers, this used to fall into the back of my drawer all the time, but now it's kind of stuck in the front, so I'm using it a lot more. This I won in a giveaway. I can't remember what the girl's name is. Living Disrobed. This is from Living Disrobed. She's another Canadian blogger. She's super, super nice. She's probably the biggest Canadian blogger I know, actually. Everybody has obviously seen this before. This is Hula's Benefit. I still have the brush in it. I just got this. Kirsten from No Blend Makeup sent it to me, and I'm loving it. It's the first box blush / bronzer I've ever gotten from Benefit. I only ever buy their palettes because if you've seen my palette collection, you know I obviously have a problem with buying palettes. So I'm going to go through a few things on here and skip a few others. There is some face powders in here, and face powders are boring. So this is True Match Lumi Powder Glow Illuminator, and this is in Rose. So it does come with like a little brush in the back. I've never actually used that brush, but I didn't mind these highlighters. They were pretty good. I always swatch in a weird place so that you can't really see it. Like, the highlight is real with those babies. Okay, skipping my face powders. This is a MAC blush, and this is in Melba. My MAC blushes are mostly depotted, so that's why there's only one. I do have a palette with 4 or 5 other blushes in it, but that's in my palette collection, so you'll have to check that out. I have 2 Laura Geller highlighters. This one is in Gilded Honey, and then I have this one which is in Ballerina. And did anybody see what I just did? Look at the devastation. Look at the devastation! Just gonna put that back. It's like it didn't even happen. So this is Gilded Honey and this is Ballerina. This is like a rose gold and this is a true gold highlight. They're both very nice. For how expensive they are nice products, but the packaging is a little pathetic to say the least. Back here is another gym bag favorite. This is the Becca highlight in Opal. And this guy is so teeny tiny, but really, am I ever gonna go through it? Probably not. I like Opal because it's kind of a mix between Champagne Pop and Pearl. It's not so intense, but I love it. This is probably my favorite blush in the whole world. This is a deluxe sample of Tarte's Exposed. I've worn the Tarte name off of it, and the pattern is very soon to be going by the wayside. This is a favorite summer blush, a fall favorite, a spring favorite, like a sprinter favorite, and if anybody knows what that is, it's spring winter, because in Canada, you know, spring is basically winter and then all of a sudden we flash into summer. This is another Tarte blush. This is in whatever that says. Achiote. Never been the one to say that I can pronounce everything. This is a little bit pink for my tastes. It doesn't look bad, it's just a little intense for me. Getting into my Nars blushes, this one is in Orgasm. This is the only blush I have that I've hit pan on, and honestly, it's like something with me in pan. As soon as I hit pan, I like have to stop using it once it gets to a certain size. Like you see this and then you look at that Balm bronzer from earlier in the video and they look about the same. This blush here is, I believe, Deep Throat. Yes, I was correct. This is a lighter version as far as I'm concerned of Orgasm. It looks nice on a lot of people, but probably a little bit better on somebody with a lighter skin tone. This is in Matahari. This guy here is in Dolce Vita. This is really, really nice, but very dark. So really this is for like those vampy looks in the winter with a really light hand. This is the last e.l.f. blush that I have for powder products, and this one is in Mellow Mauve. Nothing wrong with this guy, no chunks of glitter, it's actually pretty nice. I think I jammed my finger in there, that's why there's a big mark. And row number 3, we're going to start with a Urban Decay Afterglow blush. This one is in Bittersweet. I did a review on my blog for this blush. It's a beautiful blush, probably one of my favorites. It doesn't come close to Exposed, but for a purple blush, I really, really love it. This is another Urban Decay Afterglow blush, and this one is in the shade Rapture. This is a Laura Geller blush. This one is in it's a Baked Gelato blush, and it's in Papaya. I got this from NYC Gen Beauty last year when I was out there with the girls. These two little Nars blushes are exactly the same thing. This is this year's VIB Rouge gift. I hate things that are so small, I can't open them. So this was a VIB Rouge exclusive shade, and this is in Goulet. I had recently gone and went to Shoppers and wanted to try out some of the Rimmel blushes. Young, Wild, and Polished went on and on about how much she loved them, and she couldn't get them because they were in Canada, so I went out to try one. This is in Madeira. When I did use it, I liked it, and then I forgot I actually bought it, so I should probably bring it out more. Now looking through this collection, I really realize how often I really buy similar colors. Another cream blush, and this one is from e.l.f. These I don't really like. They don't actually pick up any pigment at all. Like, they're really, really basic. I almost wonder if they would be better as a lip tint or like a lip balm, but I don't even know if that's safe, so probably not a good idea. This is a Stila limited edition blush. I bought this at Winners a few years ago. If you can keep your brush in the middle, it's quite nice, but going up here you get chunky glitter, and down here is chunky glitter as well. This is Love It First blush palette. This blush is from Essence. It's a mosaic blush. I got this at Gen Beauty Toronto, and let me tell you, it's such a beautiful blush in the pan, but you have to like dig your finger in it and nothing comes up. I have no idea who makes some of this stuff and like decides that it's gonna go to market, because I had to dig my finger into that, and then you just go like this and it's essentially gone. This is the Balms Frat Boy, which is really just a nice pink. This can also be used as an eyeshadow, so we always like those double duty products. This guy here is the Hourglass blush in Mood Exposure, which is probably also in my top 5 blushes. I just really love it, and no matter what I wear or what I'm doing, it always looks nice. This one is a L'Oreal Visible Lift blush, which to me is really a highlighter, and this is in Rose Gold. This is one of those things that in theory is quite nice, but doesn't actually translate well on the skin. This is a Cougar Diamond Kiss powder. This is going to go everywhere as soon as I open it. Again, how I feel with mineral powder, but this is a nice highlight if you can get it to not, you know, flail all over everything. Another cream blush is a Revlon Photo Ready. This is in the shade Flushed. This looks super intense in the pan, but translates very nicely on the skin, as long as you're using a stipple brush. This blush is from, this guy is from Model Co. This one came from an Ipsy bag as well, and I feel the same way about this one as I do about that Essence blush a few minutes ago. This is in Peach Bellini. It just does not translate anything on the skin. My last few blushes here are by NYX. These are the old packaging with like the little pyramids on top. This one here is in Spice. This one is in Pinky Rose. It's kind of funny because in this lighting they almost all look identical. They are totally not. This one is in Silky Rose. And this one is in Cocoa. This one is probably my favorite of the 4. Anyway, guys, that is my blush, bronzer, and highlighter collection. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to enter my giveaway, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see more collection videos.